Julie, finally.
Finally.
Now
can,
all those questions,
can you
they
hear
can
me?
start they can start flying now.
Can you hear me?
So my questions were not too much. I was just asking a normal question. I don't know why.
Sister Julie, where are you? May I have a question? Before you ask questions, where are you right now?
I'm at work. I'm in Germany.
Oh, you're in Germany, in Berlin.
No. I'm in Duisburg.
Oh, okay. Nice.
I'm in Duisburg. It's close to Dusseldorf.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. You can go ahead now.
Okay. Actually, there is a child. A child is missing
Mhm.
called testimony. We know that child got missing in Mercyland. And the way Jeremiah handled it was wrong. I am not saying he took the child. I don't know because I am not there. But as long as that child got missing in Mercyland and he didn't lift a finger to help,
Mhm.
speaks a lot about him. I am not talking about the rubbish he's doing, whatever magic he's doing. About this root issue, he didn't handle it rightly. At least the first thing you should do as a man of God, you should have helped her. Even the way you will be helping Ruth, even if you are the one, you are really behind the kidnapping of that child, even Ruth would never accuse you. But to the extent of arresting Ruth, it was really bad. That was a really bad
Mm.
publicity for him.
What
So
could you
then
have done?
the
If you were Jeremiah, what
yeah,
could you have done when you heard that a child is missing?
I would have used my resources available to search for the child, even involving the police. Nigeria police, they know their job, they can work, but you have to pay. You have to spend money. If you don't spend money, they are not working for you. They have the resources. The police they would have invited the police. They would have questioned the people who were there. Police know how to get information. They have informants. The police will come the next day. Even those people selling food along the road, they will go to each and every shop and just sit down there like they are buying food while they are interrogating those people. Somehow, you will just get information. But these things cost money. He didn't do that. And I know the
Mm.
police, they will never move except you pay them. They would never move. But he didn't do that. So let's even leave the CCTV camera. Let's assume that the cameras are not working because I am not there. Fine. But what did you do? These are the things that these people fighting for him, like Prophetess Grace and the other comedian, these are the things they are supposed to be coming out to tell us that actually when the child got missing, these are the things he did. He fought for Ruth. He looked for the child. They made adverts. They gave people money. They went out into the town. But none of them is saying it. Rather, they are just saying Ruth is lying, Ruth is lying. How can you say Ruth is lying when the family is saying there is a missing child? So the aspect
Mm.
of them coming out to say Ruth sold her baby. What kind of a mother will sell her child? Especially like Ruth. Ruth, her entire life depends on these children. That is why she is having these children. She is physically challenged. We are in Africa. She's not in a developed world where you have a system in place that will take care of her. So her existence depends on these children. And why
Mm.
will she tell her child? Because in future, these are the children that will take care of her. And because she's physically challenged, if you see, she had these children through CS operation. Normally, as a woman, you are supposed to just have 3 times CS. I don't know how she did it 4 times. Africa, after the 3rd time, they will tell you, don't do it. It might take your life. So she took risk in having the 4th child. So how come is that same 4th child that this woman took risk in having that she's going to sell out?
Mm.
So they are not really helping Jeremiah's. When they come out, they are just singing. If you listen to the way that prophetess is saying, I even made a comment. I said, is she a prophetess? Is this a prophetess?
My sister, don't mention those vagabonds. She's a Jezebel, that one. She is nothing of God. She's just Jeremiah's concubine, that one.
Yeah, she's a con.
Those
I
are,
believed you because it was yes. you know, you have been saying she's the concubine. I never believed. I just thought you were just saying it. But yesterday was the very first day I said, this lady must be a concubine. If you are not a concubine, how dare you call your so-called godfather Jeremy? There is a way she was referring to him. It was like a lover's name. Was he referring to him as
they are lovers.
Jeremiah?
Grace and Jeremiah are lovers.
Yeah,
Jeremy, they are lovers.
As Jeremy.
She does not refer to Jeremiah as Prophet Jeremiah. She calls him Jeremy. That's a bedroom name. That's a bedroom title.
You understand? Like, what is wrong
they are
with
lovers.
this woman? They are lovers.
Grace and Jeremiah are lovers.
It's simple. It's clear. It was yesterday. I have only been opportune to listen to her twice. I took the 2 videos and I was like, what is wrong? Because each time I listen to her, I am really upset. So why will I go and listen to somebody that will be getting all worked up? So I stopped listening to her. Listening to her. So Jeremiah, the people who are supporting him, they are not helping him. If you want to help him, talk to him. But they are, you know what? These people will not say anything because they eat from him. They know deep down that they are not helping him. They are just making jest of him. They're just making jest of him. So he gives them money. If he doesn't say what he's being paid for, they won't pay him again. What,
I don't know what's happening with your network. Yeah, it was ceasing. Did you receive a call?
Okay.
Now I can hear you.
Okay. So where were we?
We're still talking about that Jeremiah Omoto's concubine.
Yeah.
Grace.
So she's just ranting for all I know. I think I left a comment on her Facebook page and I said, what time do you have if you are spending the whole time fighting the people that are fighting Jeremiah? You are supposed to be a married woman. You are supposed to be a prophetess. You are supposed to have a gathering.
Oh, that husband. Do you see that husband that she posts? That is just a mumu man. He's just used for decoration.
Yeah.
It's just for fronting. You can tell that husband is being taken care of by Grace, and Grace gets money from Jeremiah.
From Jeremiah, exactly. The way she was behaving, I said, what is going on? What is going on? I don't, honestly, when I see these charlatans, the way people go out and fight for them, I wonder. I'm like, even if Christ himself come down, you guys will walk away and still be fighting for your so-called Daddy Gio. I don't understand it anymore. If they are really men of God, why are you arresting ordinary cripple? You are arresting this root. Jeremiah can stamp on root and root will be gone. And you are pouring your resources to arrest her for what?
You see, my sister, wait, pause there. If Jeremiah was innocent, why would you send police to go and arrest Ruth because Ruth started coming out to say, I want my child? Why would he do that?
Exactly. Why wouldn't you even invite Ruth? It should be an invitation, not even arrest.
Ruth, come, let's talk.
Come, let's talk.
You are saying I took your child. Yeah. Why do you think that?
Exactly. But what he wanted to do was what he did to Cassie. That was what he wanted to do. If not for Bisola, by now, it would have been a different story. They would have tortured Ruth. They would have dealt with her. They would threaten her with her children that if you don't come out and say this thing, you are going to prison and you will never see your children again. And I'm telling you, any woman, any mother who hears that will do anything to have her children by her again. That is what.
And she was going to apologize. We were going to be shocked. Ruth apologizing in Jeremiah Omoto's church.
Exactly. That would have been, because just like when Cassie was talking, I was like, okay. Somebody is standing up for once. And suddenly the next day I saw Cassie in his church. I was like, what is going on? What is going on?
And Cassie was kneeling down. He was kneeling down, saying, I'm sorry to Jeremiah Omoto.
Holding his feet. And the way he was doing it, I knew immediately that they were acting. How I knew that they were acting, I was like, how could Jeremiah be saying that, do I know you? Of course, you have been hearing him talking on the internet. I don't know personally know Cassie, but it was through that Jeremiah, that video he did, that I knew Cassie. So why are you not saying, do I know you? And each time I hear, do I know you? I hate it. That is when I know that they are liars.
Have I met you before?
Have I
Is it
met
that
you?
do I
If
know
I
you?
hear that word, have I met, I used to tell my husband, when Apostle Suleman, he likes it, I'll tell my husband, even if you have met the person before, is the person going to say yes or no? Why do you
You
people ask
see?
these silly questions? To me,
No, they are trying to manipulate people's minds
yeah,
so that
I
people
think
can think this is
people
a
are
clean
not
prophecy.
prophets. Nobody is stupid, because each time I stay in my house and I hear it, I'm angry. So now I am beginning to hear that it is what they take, the Holy Communion they take, whatever they eat, the olive oil, the anointing, it gets to their head. It's like they are being hypnotized. It's not ordinary.
No,
Apostle
it's not.
Suleman came to Duisburg in Germany. I went twice. I went to the crusade, and I lost interest because what we were expecting, he didn't deliver. So what I've been saying on the TV, when you came live, it was different. He actually called me out. I myself, he called me out. He called my name, called my husband's name. And I was rejoicing. Oh, this is a man of God. I was really happy. But you know what? It was later on I discovered that it was through my prayer request. We were made to write a prayer request the first day. And the second day was the day he was calling out people. So what they do with those prayer requests, as we wrote down our names and what we needed. They gave it to him. He studied it. Because I think I made I think I wrote 5 prayer requests, and he actually called them. He said, you are praying for this. Your friend, he actually called my friend who is
the names you had written down.
Exactly. So he has a very, very sharp memory. I must have called him that. So my girlfriend, she's married, she's in Warri, and she doesn't have a child. And I wrote it that God should bless her with the fruit of the womb. He said it. He said, go and tell your friends that the caca worms eating her womb is dead. That she's going to be pregnant. I was really overjoyed. And I called my friend and I told her, guess what? That same month, my friend and the husband had misunderstanding, and she left the marriage. And I was begging her that there is a prophecy from the man of God, Apostle Suleman.
But my sister, you had written that down. At that moment, how were you feeling? What was going on in your mind?
I was
You had written all
overjoyed.
this You had written all this information down. And the very same information you had written down is the same information that is being reproduced as a prophecy
Yes,
to you.
I
How did you
didn't
find it
know.
easy to believe it
I
or
didn't
accept
know.
it?
I didn't know. It didn't occur to me because they said wrote the prayer request, and the organizers were the ones that were handling. But I didn't put it together that Apostle Suleman will have time to go through this prayer request and then cram it in his head and then call you out to talk about it. At that moment, I was happy. But at the end of the day, the only thing, maybe they has this power to see, because he now said, the God of Anna has visited you. He said, the God of Anna has visited you. And after that, I became pregnant. And actually, I was also believing God for fruit of the womb, and I became pregnant. So whether he saw it or it was just a guesswork, I didn't include that on my prayer request, but he said it. So that is why I said, I don't know whether he has the ability to see. This same child that he prophesied that the God of Hannah has visited you, and I was really happy. The next month, I became pregnant. Then the second time he came, I was heavily pregnant. So then I said, if you know, and I went. I now said, if you know, Apostle Suleman did anything for you the last time he came, come out. And I actually came out to say, you prophesied that I was going to be pregnant, and here I am pregnant. And he was happy. He said, you are heavily pregnant. That was it. This same child I delivered is a boy. I have 2 girls before this boy. And the boy was sick, really sick. I think after 1 month, he will eat and he will throw up. He will eat, he will throw up. They told me in the hospital that he needed to do an operation. I said, I don't want to do it. And my mom was here. She came to visit me. And my mom was saying, no, don't do the operation. Don't do. I was really afraid. So I said, I will not do the operation. And the doctor called me and said, look at your son. Do you see that he's losing weight? Because he's not eating. His stomach, he's sealed, so they have to make the passage where the food will go and digest as feces to come out. So the food will be looking for where to come out. So that is why he's always throwing up. Eventually, I said I will not do it. So I called Apostle Suleman. They didn't pick the call. I got his number, personal number, from somebody who is close to him. The person has said, don't give this number to anybody. I said, no problem. I called him, he didn't pick. I sent a text message because I was still believing him. I said, please, this same child you prophesied about, I have him. He's very sick, even going to die if I don't do anything. Can you please just pray? They never responded till today. I was pissed off. I was angry. This is a mother who is desperate. I sent a text message. They ignored it. So the next day, I went to the hospital and told them, you know what, I'm in. Let's do the operation. If he will leave, he will leave. And the doctor was saying, stop saying that. We have done this operation before. You will be surprised. Within 1 month, you will not even know your child again. And my child was really losing weight fast. So we did the operation. The operation took like, they told me 2 hours. Eventually, it took 3 hours because they said he was bleeding after the operation. And this child was just a month and some weeks old when we did this operation. I tell you, we stayed in the hospital for 2 weeks. Those 2 weeks, my child recovered his body. By the time we came home, my mom was asking me, it's like you people went to enjoy. My child was back to life. This boy I'm talking to you today, he's 6 years old. So he lived.
Wow.
I was just killing my child, refusing to do the operation, thinking that, oh, blah, 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 blah. So that was when everything started dawning on me. Okay, this was how he got, because I forgot that I wrote those prayer requests. So when he called me out, he called my name and he was saying those things that I have written, that you have a friend. Her name is Antonia. She's in Warri. She's going to tell her the caca worms eating her womb is dead. Today she doesn't have a child. She's not even married. Her marriage got dissolved. So they are false prophets. So since then, I disliked him. I stopped following him. I stopped watching him. I said, I like your preaching, but when it comes to miracle, forget it. And
so what could have happened if he had responded to you and told you that go and use anointing oil?
Yeah, maybe if I'd used the anointing oil and my child saved, I would have given him the glory and said, oh, you know what, he's good. But unfortunately,
No,
he didn't respond.
but do you think the anointing oil was going to work though? You see, God works in mysterious ways. He might have made this charlatan not to respond to you because he was trying to show you and tell you that there's no help that you get here.
Yeah.
There's no prayer that would deliver or set your child free.
You are right.
All you have to do was to go to the hospital for surgery.
Yeah.
And the surgery was successful. And your child, without Suleman's prayer, he ignored you. Because he knows he does not have that ability to set your child free. He does not have that ability to pray for your child so that this can go away.
Yeah.
But the doctors did a surgical operation. Your child is free now.
Exactly.
That's how the Africans are being contained in this false doctrine of healing, faith healing, and nonsense, thinking that these charlatans, they have the authority or the power to heal them. No one can heal anyone amongst these charlatans. Yeah. They don't have the power to do healing miracles.
They don't.
If you are sick, go to the hospital straight. Don't even hesitate. Go see a doctor. Go get a prescription. If you need to be treated urgently, do it. Don't go to kneel down before a shrine, the altar that was, put in place by these false prophets.
Yeah.
And think you get your healing or your deliverance from that.
Yeah. So since then, I just knew it's nothing to talk about. And Jeremiah is the worst of all. His zone is just too low. It's just too low. Not even
These
one
people are
child,
bad.
not even one person got his healing there that day. I had a neighbor who has a sick child. We went with this child. Apostle Suleman just walked past because they now said this is hospital section. Keep those that are sick here. A lot of people came from far and near. They all stayed there. He just came, walked past and left. Not even a prayer, not even laying of hands. He did nothing. And he left. And my neighbor was really, really angry. That day, my neighbor told me, Juliet, this man is a fake man of God. I was like, why are you saying that? Don't say that. Didn't you see he called my name? How would he have known my name? Stupid me, I forgot that I
No,
wrote my name.
you gave him your name. You gave him your
Exactly.
name.
I gave him my name.
And he knows. Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. But
Yeah.
who do you think? Who do you think is worse? Suleman, Sulu Boy, and Omoto Fofen?
Oh, Omoto Fufuyi is worst. I won't lie to you. He's worse because he's behaving like a native doctor. Yeah, but I'm not. Suleman is also worse because there is somebody who called into Maurice show and was telling us about how Suleman is using sand, how they are bringing sand from his church in Auchi to Europe. And I was like, really? I never knew that. And how they bring oil all the way from Auchi, that oil, they don't buy it anywhere. It has to come from Auchi that is in a Goya bottle, and the bottle is dark. That bottle, the oil comes from Auchi, and I was like, wow, I never knew that. I never got myself anointed in any of these churches. I was really surprised. So I don't even know, but I think Jeremiah is bad because he's not learned, so the way he does things will actually be different. For him to pull that key, in fact, I did a video on that. I was like, what madness is this? Let it be a joke. Let it be a movie. Maybe Jeremiah wants to start acting a movie. Maybe he wants to join the Nollywood. That was the video I did. I was like, maybe he's acting. And at the end of the day, it was not acting. It was not acting. He was selling out.
He meant it.
How could you do that?
Yeah, it's bad.
It's really bad. It's really bad. It's really bad. I never thought.
No, Sister Julie, thank you so much for your contributions. We appreciate your contributions. God bless you.
And you too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.